Well, I grew up here in the church here at WestLake and committed my life to Christ at an early age. I was 10 years old when I committed my life to Christ and was baptized in front of the church. And the church really did a great job of not just my family here that was plugged into the church, but also the entire church family in raising the kids and teaching them about Christ.
I started to sense that I was asleep spiritually when I was in college. I knew there was just something that wasn't quite there, something that was missing. And I met David, and I think we both kind of felt the same way.
I was completely oblivious to anything spiritual. I would have told you and passed a lie detector test that I was a spiritual person, and I didn't need to go to church. I didn't need anything, actually, because I was spiritual. And I thought I did a really good job of being in touch with myself. And in fact, I led a complete fake life, not even realizing it. I let everybody and everyone see what I wanted them to see. And I spent a great deal of time and effort trying to control and manipulate that to look exactly the way I wanted it to look.
I was what you'd call lukewarm with my walk. I had been taught right and wrong. I've been in church all my life as far as I can remember back, but sin has its way of seducing you away from the truth. The devil's a liar, always has been a liar, and I bought into that lie and started my sinful nature. And I can play Christian with the best of them. I did that for many years, and even taught Sunday school. And I didn't really have Christ in my life.
After we got married, just after college, we moved back here to town and started attending church regularly. But it was really Megan that was pushing me along. Hey, let's keep going to church. We've got a great thing going here. And she was really on fire. And so that was kind of what brought me back into it. And then we were expecting shortly after that, and we realized that what I had had as a child and what she didn't have was something that we wanted for our children.
My wake-up call was drastic. I was hospitalized for some time for depression, and upon getting out of the hospital, I had a moment where I had to release control. And the biggest irony of my recovery has been being able to let go and gaining control by letting go. It was such a movement for me to be able to trust God and that there is a power greater than me in charge, and it doesn't matter how much I try to control it or move it or manipulate it or change it, it is going to be what it is. And there's nothing that I can do about that.
March of '06, I was driving home and had a brand new pickup truck, first new truck I ever had in my life, 3/4 ton Chevy, bad boy. And a truck I was proud of, that's one problem, I was proud. So I'm driving home, and this 17-year-old kid fell asleep and hit me head on. And I was in shock to the point I didn't realize how bad I was. I had a brain concussion. I had 3 herniated discs, crushed beyond repair. My spine was pinched where they said I should never have walked again. I should be quadriplegic. And that was an awakening, a real awakening. God spared me. He spared me for a reason, not for what I had done to that point, but I know there was a future that He wants me to do. And I felt like that awakening was manufactured by an incident that happened to me, that wreck. And when the physician tells you that you're supposed to be quadriplegic and I'm still walking and talking, I know where it comes from. It's the good Lord.
Knowing now it's God's presence is what I had, basically, but what that eventually did was, as I'm around friends that weren't Christ followers, it allowed me to kind of have that quiet strength. And that really was sort of a non-abrasive way to talk to friends about Christ. And I still sort of take that as to be like the best way, as far as the way that I'm built, is to kind of, slowly but surely chip away at somebody that maybe have a hardened heart or maybe asleep spiritually, and you know, be a testament, you know, that I was there once and that you can be awake again, or awake for the first time.
My life has started a trend to be more holy, and I can't do it by myself. I tried all my life, and I'm just too subject to sin. And with God's Word, which I read every single day of my life, I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it.
The main point that I got out of the big picture of my whole situation is that I had to know when to accept help from other people. That was a huge problem that I had, was always, and again, putting on that fake facade mask of I have everything in control, of everything perfect, was being able to say, I don't have this, I need help. And the great thing about going to church and the fellowship and the community is being able to have not where's the hand, but which hand will help me, which hand can help pull me up. And I now know that God has a plan for my life.